Good day again, everyone. Ngayon, ang ating lesson ay pang-dalawampung aralin. Ano ba itong pang-dalawampung aralin na to? Let us see. Dito tayo sa pang-labing ito muna, ibahin natin yung color. Hindi kita yung yellow. So, mas kita ito. Saan na tayo? Depreciable assets and accumulated depreciation. Ito ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon sa pang-labing sa pang-dalawampung aralin. Depreciation expense and accumulated depreciation. Ano-ano ba ang mga internal transactions natin? Ano to yung tinatawag na depreciation expense? Dun sa pagbili natin ng equipment, machineries, and building, meron yung source document. So that is an external transaction kasi meron kang kausap na other party, outside party. Pero habang ginagamit mo yung equipment, building, merong normal wear and tear na tinatawag. Yung natural na pagkasira ng ating mga asset na building and equipment. Ang tawag dito ay mga depreciable assets. Yung mga assets or pag-aari ng business na naka-expose sa normal wear and tear o sa natural na pagkasira. Gamitin mo o hindi yan, masisira yung gamit kasi meron tayong tinatawag na agent of decomposition. Through the passing of time and the changes in weather condition and by natural elements of decomposition katulad ng mga anay, ng mga langgam or hangin, tubig, araw na nakasisira ng mga gamit, meron tayong tinatawag na depreciation expense, yung expense ng pagkasira ng ating asset. For example, yung fixed asset, at ito ay ginagamit sa mga fixed asset lang ha, yung fixed asset na depreciable. So, kunyari bumili ang Tarimacore ng 102 fixed asset and has a depreciation expense for the current month of June 2020. Anong entrada natin? Debit depreciation expense and credit accumulated depreciation. Itong depreciation expense na to, nire-recognize yan at the end of each month or each year. Kung ano yung, kung paano mag-depreciate, mag-recognize ng expense ang business or kung kailan gagawa ng financial statement yung business. Now, yung accumulated depreciation, this is a balance sheet account. Lahat ng depreciation expense every period, pinagsasama-sama dito sa accumulated depreciation na to. At itong accumulated depreciation na to ay ibinabawas doon sa value ng fixed asset. So, para malaman mo yung tunay na halaga ng fixed asset, ima-minus mo tong accumulated depreciation niya. Kasi after tayo sa tunay na value ng asset, hindi naman pwedeng ni-record mo ng 102,000. Pagkatapos mong gamitin, 102,000 pa rin yan. Meron na yung mga natural na pagkasira At yun yung tinatawag na depreciation expense. An alternative entry. Kunyari, yung depreciation expense mo, ang total niya is 850. Pero maraming equipment ang kasama doon. May building, computer equipment, furniture, office equipment, automobile. Iisa-isahin mo yung accumulated depreciation niya. Kasi sa bawat sa bawat fixed asset, doon mo ibabawas yan. Kunyari, yung building mo, may value. Iba minus mo tong accumulated depreciation na yon sa building. Isa-isa. Pwede mong pagsamahin lahat ng depreciation expense, pero hindi mo pwedeng pagsamahin lahat ng accumulated depreciation. Kasi ima-minus mo yan sa building na, sa asset na dine-depreciate. Hindi pwedeng pagsama-samahin. Or pwede mong pag-isa-isay ng entrada, depreciation expense, credit, accumulated depreciation, building, 255. Depreciation expense, 170, credit, accumulated depreciation, computer equipment. Pwede mong pag-iwa-hiwalayin na ganon. Or pwedeng isang compound entry na lang, isang depreciation expense at nakalist down yung accumulated depreciation. Computation of depreciation expense. So, meron tayong 4 na pamamaraan sa pag-compute ng depreciation expense. Meron tayong tinatawag na straight line method. Meron tayong tinatawag na double declining balance. Merong units of production at sum of the year's digits method. Ayun. Okay, yan. So, ang pinaka-common ay ang straight line method. Ang formula ng straight line is depreciation expense is equal to cost minus salvage value divided by useful life. So, tatlong elements lang, cost, salvage value, tsaka useful life. Okay, example. Let us consider our previous example with the remark. Consider the building to cost 40,000 with a salvage value of 9,400 and a useful life of 10 years. So, meron tayong cost. Ito yung cost. Tapos, minus natin tong salvage value. Meron tayong 30,600. 10 years daw. Kung monthly lang natin kukumputin yung depreciation expense. So, 10 years times 12 or 120 months. So, meron tayong 120 months. So, ang depreciation expense natin per month ay 255. Kung gusto natin, kung gagawa tayong financial statement annual, i-multiply natin yan sa 12 months. So, anong entrada natin? 255 debit depreciation expense. So, ayan yun. Kinompute natin using straight line method. Tingnan natin ang straight line method. So, meron tayong book value na opening value natin. Over the years, pare-pareho lang. Hindi nagbabago yung amount. So, at the end of the life of the asset or property, anong matitira? Yung salvage value. Ito. You see? At the end, salvage value yung matitira. Yung depreciation expense minus the start yung cost minus salvage value. Pag dinivide mo over 10 years, ang matitira at the end of 10 years, 10th year ay salvage value. So pag straight line, ganito itsura ng kanyang expense, pantay-pantay lang. Pare-pareho lang kada taon. So ito naman tayo sa double declining balance method. The formula will be depreciation expense is equal to 100% over useful life. Yung 100%, i-divide mo sa useful life. Tapos, multiply mo by 2 times cost. So, pwede rin, sige, tingnan natin. Yan ang formula na binigay. 100% divide by useful life times 2, kasi double declining, times cost of the asset. So, dun sa example natin, ito yung 100%. Divide by useful life, which is 120 months. Divide by 2 times yung cost, 40,000. So, ang monthly depreciation expense natin ay 667. Double declining. Ito yung monthly. Compare natin dun sa isa, magkano yung sa isa natin? 3060. So, 3,060. Dun sa 3,060. So, i-multiply mo yan by 2. Magkano yan? 3,060 times 2. 6,120. 612. 667 yan. Less 612. Yung 55 na difference, yun yung para sa salvage value. Kasi sa double declining, hindi kinukuha yung salvage value eh. Kaya kung titignan mo, yung sa straight line method, pag dinoble mo, double declining siya. Kaya lang, ang difference, hindi kinukuha yung salvage value sa double declining. So kung consider natin, ano natin yung, tingnan natin yung kung 40,000 divide by 120 times 2 or 667. Kunyari, walang sa double decline, sa straight line natin kanina, walang salvage value. So yung 40,000 divide by 120 months, magiging 333.33. Times mo sa 2, ang lalabas ay 6667. So, ang double declining, pag ang straight line method, i-double mo, ang tawag doon ay double declining. So, tignan natin ang illustration sa double declining. Ang first year niya, 8,000. Sumunod, 6,400. Sumunod, 5,200. 4. Papaliit ng papaliit ang depreciation expense. Kasi dun sa first year, nakabuhos na yung depreciation expense. Over the years, papalit na ng papaliit. Tapos itong ending book value niya, magkano? 9,246. Kalahati lang yan ng book value nung ating sa straight line method. Magkano yung sa straight line method? 940. Magkano dito sa atin sa double declining? 940. Ito, 4,296 times 2. 4,296 times 2. 8,592. Ano yung sa isa? less 9,400. So, may difference na 808 sa, kung consider natin sa double declining, sa straight line method. So, pag dinouble mo to, almost the same lang din yung sa straight line method. So, nakita niyo na yung difference. Straight line, pare-pareho lang siya. Double declining ay pababa ng pababa. At the end, half of the salvage value ng straight line method ang magiging book value ng magiging ending book value ng asset. Ito yung graph niya, pababa. So, that is double declining. Ito yung tinatawag na sum of the years digits method. So, formula for computing depreciation expense using the sum of the years digit method. Depreciation expense times life over sum of the years. Ito yung formula ng sum of the years. Life times, parenthesis, life plus 1. The total, the sum will be multiplied by 2. So, ang 5 years over 60 years, 5 years will be, hindi makita ito. Go to the next slide. So, yung formula, life, 120 months times life plus 1, 121 times 2 is equal to 7,260. So, i-apply natin 40,000 times 120 over 7 to 7,260 is equal to 661 per month. Parang double declining din yan, yung amount niya. Pero ang tawag dito ay sum of the years digit. Ito total mo isa-isa yung years niya. Pero para simple, ito na lang yung formula. Kasi sum of the years, kunyari 5 years. Ito total mo, 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Ilan yun? 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So, 15 years. So, 5 over 15 years. That will be the sum of the years here. Pero kasi ang example natin, 120 months eh. So, ang tagal bilangin, 120 months, add mo isa-isa. 120 plus 119, 118, 117. So, mahirap. Kaya ito ngayong formula na to ang gagamitin natin para madali. Subukan natin dun sa 5 years. 5 years, di ba? 5. The life will be 5 plus times life. 5 plus 1. Tapos, multiplied by 2. Tignan natin kung 15 nga yung sagot. So, 5 times, tama ba? Life. 5 times 121 times 2. 5 times 5 times 6 times 2. 50 ang sagot, bakit 15 lang? Sum of the years 5 years. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Dapat 15 lang yung sagot. Teka, mali. Life times life plus 1. Divide by 2 pala yun. Divide by 2 ba? Tingnan nga natin, baka mali yung illustration. Life over sum of the years. Sum of the years, ito nga yung sum of the years, life times life plus 1 times 2. Baka mali ito. 5 years. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 15 nga. Kung i-apply natin, bakit mali yung formula? 5 times 6 times, divide ito, divide by 2. So, ito divide. Okay. Ayan, correct na. So, ang life is 5 times 6. Kasi 5 plus 1 divide by 2 is equal to 15. Tama na. Okay. May mali pala dito sa presentation. Instead na parenthesis to, kasi multiplication ang labas, ano to, bar, slash. So, 2. Life times life plus 1 divide by 2. That will be the sum of the years. So, life is 120 plus 1. So, 120 times 121 divide by 2. Ang answer ay 7260. So, para makuha yung 7260, ito divide ito. Hindi pala ito parenthesis. Mali ang pagka-type. So, 120 plus 120 plus 1 divide by 2, 7,260. Apply natin sa 5 kasi yung 5 makukwenta sa kamay 5. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Ano yung sum yan? 15. So, gamitan natin ang formula. 5 times 5 plus 1. So, 6 times 530 divide by 2. That is 15. Okay? So, tama na yung formula natin. That is the sum of the year's digit. So, meron tayong 40,000 na value ng fixed asset. Ang sum of the year's digit niya ay 661 per month. Kasi i-multiply natin yung cost dun sa sum of the year's digit. So, 120 over 7,260. Depreciation using unit of production method naman. Ito sa ano to sa manufacturing concern. Ang gagamitin mo kung ano yung na-produce, actual units produced. So yung value ng asset, i-divide by the number of units produced. So depreciation expense is equal to cost of depreciable asset minus residual value or salvage value. Divide by total estimated units of production. That will be the unit expense. Then, i-multiply sa actual units produced. So, kukunin mo na yung unit cost for unit expense. Tsaka pa lang mamumultiply sa actual units produced. So, illustration ng sum of the years. Nagkamali ng presentation ito, no? Wala tayong illustration kanina ng sum of the years digit method. Ito na ngayon yung illustration ng sum of the years. Ito, pababa rin ng pababa ang value ng depreciation. Ang amount ng depreciation, pababa ng pababa. Katulad lang din ng double declining na pababa. Kaya lang, sa sum of the years, at the end, 0 ang kanyang ending book value niya 0. Hindi katulad dun sa sum of the sa double declining, may natitirang salvage value katulad ng straight line method, pero kalahati lang nung sa straight line method. Ito yung illustration ng sum of the years digit pababa. Na-insert natin yung sa na-insert lang natin yung kanina itong sa mali, sum of the years pala to, no? Oo, na-insert lang itong units of production dito. Lahat ito para sa sum of the years. Baka malito kayo. Nagkamali ng pag-insert. Yung discussion ng units of production, dito pa lang tayo magsisimula. Pero yung isang slide nandito. Ano ba ito? Ito yung formula ng units of production. Tapos, ito sa sum of the years lahat yan. Ito ngayon yung depreciation expense. Using the same illustration. Meron tayong 40,000. Tapos ang residual or salvage value ay 9,400. Tapos meron kang estimated units to be produced for the entire duration of the life of the fixed asset. Tapos makukuha mo dun yung unit expense. So kung ilan yung na-produce na units, i-multiply mo lang yung units expense. Mas madali lang yan. Kaya lang kailangan mo yan ng forecast. Maka-establish mo yung tamang estimate for the number of units to be produced by that machinery or equipment. So ito yung illustration ng units of production. So ito, kung consistently pareho yung units na na-produce, ito kasi consistently 100 lang siya. Therefore, yung depreciation expense niya, pare-pareho lang taon-taon. So, pero what if kung nabago yung napoproduce kada taon, syempre magbabago rin yan. So, ito yung units of production kung pare-pareho lang yung units na napoproduce over the years. Ito yung illustration, kunyari, hindi pare-pareho. 50 ng first, 100 ng second, 125, 140, 90, 70, 110, 120, 65, 130. Dapat ang total niyan 1,000. So, total niyan 1,000. Makikita niyo sa chart ngayon na iba-iba, palukso-lukso. Depende kasi sa napoproduce na units. So, yan ang mga different forms ng methods of these are the different methods of computing for depreciation expense. Straight line method, pareho lang ng double declining, kaya lang mas malaki dito. So kaya tinawag na double declining. Yung straight line, i-double mo, double declining yan. Sum of the years, kukumputin natin using the sum of the years. Ito naman, kukumputin natin units of production based on the number of units produced. So makita nyo, iba-iba. Ito even, ito pababa. Ito pababa din, ito pa iba-iba. Depende sa units of production. Basahin natin itong summary. When the fixed assets are bought, there is a source document to record purchase, but the wear and tear through use, time, and elements of decomposition, the value of fixed assets diminishes, and this is called depreciation expense. At the end of the accounting period, depreciation expense should be calculated to present in the financial statements the actual value of the fixed assets. The account used to record the expense is called depreciation expense, which should be part of the income statement. This deduction is the value of assets This deduction in the value of assets is accumulated over the useful life of the asset using the account accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation is a contra-asset account presented in the balance sheet as a deduction from the asset being depreciated and which depreciation accumulated. So, yung external transaction will be the purchase of the depreciable asset kasi may source document ka. Pero over the years na ginagamit, over the period na ginagamit mo yon, meron diyang internal transaction. Yun yung depreciation expense. And to record the depreciation expense, that will be a debit to depreciation expense and a credit to accumulated depreciation. Every year, yung depreciation expense papasok sa income statement. Yung accumulated depreciation magiging part ng balance sheet. Accumulated nga naiipon. Iipunin mo yung depreciation expense dun sa account na accumulated depreciation. Yung total ng accumulated depreciation ay ima-minus mo dun sa cost ng asset para malaman mo yung realizable value ng asset na dinidepreciate. I hope meron kayong natutunan dito sa ating presentation. Ang susunod nating topic ay land. Okay. Meron pa tayo palang isang topic. Itong land. Ang land ay fixed asset din. Pero of all the fixed asset, ito yung non-depreciable. Hindi ito nagde-depreciate. On the contrary, nag-a-appreciate yung value. Hindi nasisira ang land. Gumaganda pa yung halaga niya. Pero hindi natin nire-record yung pagtaas ng presyo ng land. Ang nire-record lang natin ay yung depreciation ng depreciable asset. Pero yung appreciation ng value ng land, hindi natin yan nire-record. So, tandaan niyo yan. Land. Accountants record the value of land owned at the original purchase price. If the company had to pay extra fees to acquire the land and make it ready for use, it can include those values in the cost of land. Unlike fixed asset, land does not depreciate. Thus, its value never decreases. Even if the market value of the land goes up and or down, accountants do not recognize any changes on the balance sheet. However, the company may end up selling the land for more than the original purchase price. When the company sells the land, it records the difference between the purchase price and the selling price as a gain or loss in the income statement. If you're learning from this presentation, please don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe button for the latest updates on this channel. So thank you, and I hope that you will continue to watch more of my videos. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood at sana may natutunan nga kayo. God bless everyone. Again, this is Professor Maria Teresa Corrales of Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Thank you. God bless. Hindi man kayo nag-aral sa PUP, at least na i-deliver sa inyo itong mga lessons na ito para maunawaan nyo paano matutunan itong basic accounting para sa mga ABM students. God bless everyone.